Small and medium enterprises are the backbone of Sri Lanka's economy, where you have to be upskilling to earn more skills that is required to stay competitive and earn business growth and venture out to exports markets. Corporate sector plays a significant role that boosting the economy by handling the large organization's growth to support the economy by staying competitive. Both in these two sectors, for an entrepreneur to employees, need to upgrade skills to face the numerous challenges. British Institute of Management and Technology, in collaboration with Chartered Management Institute of UK, has designed a unique program with the objective of laying a foundation in the managers, SMEs, HRs, leaders, business owners and startups that balance practical skills, knowledge and confidence needed to perform his or her jobs effectively and efficiently. BIMT Campus invites all business leaders and entrepreneurs to discover the best version of themselves. By improving your inner self, you can effectively lead your business and contribute to our national economy.
CMI is a global accreditation, and it also gives a pathway to gaining the chartered status. Our partnership with BIMT is a very strategic and a very powerful one.
The program has instilled a practical momentum in it. You will gain not only the knowledge, but you will learn how to practically apply it. And joining this program, which will enhance your management skills, which is a requirement of the country.
Harvard did a research few years back, selecting about 500 people from different fields. They are corporate leaders, top athletes, like that. And they put into two quadrants. One is the education, qualification, experience, family background, etc., etc. And that's about 20% your success factor. What is the balance 80%? Is attitude, positive attitude. It's all about softer skills. That's why I like this syllabus. I went through the syllabus. It's one of the best syllabuses. And in fact, in management, this is probably the #1 in the world.
The world is really looking for effective corporate leaders. Leadership is a muscle, actually. Everyone born with that muscle. There are some bodybuilders, those who go to gyms and they build their muscle. But leadership muscle you can't see. It's a cognitive level muscle, philosophical level muscle. You have to do the right exercises to develop your muscle. This is a place to develop your muscle.
SMEs are growing, as you know. They are really bogged down with the business operations. And also they are not in a position they can afford for qualified people to recruit. So they concentrate on the business and grow. After sometimes when they grow, they have come to a deadlock-like situation. Their managers, especially middle-level managers, are not qualified. They don't have enough managerial qualifications, experience, and they can't think beyond. The person involved in the program, we are very, very positive. We are very optimistic, and you have very dedicated team over here, and they will take this program to the best levels.
Innovation and transformation certainly holds a distinct interconnected connectivity, playing a vital role in shaping the future of the healthcare sector. Connecting with me through Leadership in Focus and Sabrina Zawahir is Dr. Vibash Wijeratne, Director and CEO of Ninewells Hospital. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sabrina. It's my pleasure to be here.
Healthcare innovation introduces new technologies and ideas to improve healthcare. What sort of predictive analytics are in place to improve clinical decision-making and operational efficiency?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very pertinent and very appropriate question. Let me handle this, looking at the big picture. Healthcare is an industry where the new technology comes day in, day out, right? I mean, it's not the same healthcare services that we offer today compared to 5 years ago. Things are fast changing very quickly. new things are coming up. Therefore, your future readiness is very crucial here. When you talk about this big data and analytics, especially the predictive analytics, it's very important for you to plan for your future, right? The disease pattern changes. For example, about I would say a couple of decades ago, it was infectious diseases that were dominating the world. Infectious diseases. We also suffered a bout of infectious disease. Everyone knows about the COVID. That is one rare, occurrence that happens. The pandemic happens usually once in 100 years, and this happened in 2020 and onwards. We know how we suffered and all. But the world trend otherwise would have been towards the non-communicable diseases. And, these things are, ever changing. We don't know what next yet. When it comes to big data and predictive analysis, you have a set of data, large set of data. By looking at them through computer models and analytics, we can always say what's going to happen next. Right? I can give you, if you ask me, we are kind of looking into the fact that how the historical data, the gathered data, how we could, store them, and then of course, segregate into, similar data categories. Then of course, through analysis of them, come and predict what's going to happen next. What is your patient inflow to a healthcare facility? For example, in another 3 months' time, 4 months' time, next year also, by gaining that ability, as healthcare operators, we should be ready with number one, with your logistics, number two, with your resources, the human resource plays a key role in healthcare. Number three, of course, it goes beyond maybe the capacity of the country or even one or two healthcare players alone, in preparation for necessary, remedial measures, so to say. We all knew when Corona came in, we were not prepared with a vaccine. All of a sudden, the pharmaceutical companies, the vaccine manufacturing companies will have to, number one, do research. Number two, of course, come up with a acceptable product. We all knew that, those were done in a hurry as a remedial measure on urgent basis. That's the beauty of focusing on big data sciences, and arriving at predictive analytics tools, right? In healthcare as an innovation, all these healthcare players will have to focus on that area in time to come.
Healthcare transformation is a broad overhaul of the system, reshaping care models, policies, and culture to be patient-centered and efficient. What strategies are in place to enhance patient experience and outcomes at your facility?
Yes, again, another very good question, Sabrina. Any healthcare service place in today's context has to be patient-centric. It should be patient-centric. When you say patient-centric, it should aim at the needs and wants of the client, here the patient. In a way, I'm lucky to be handling in a segment of clients who are not really patients. Our hospital, the Ninewells and the Joseph Fraser, they handle largely maternity, which is not a disease condition per se. But other institutions or some of our other specialties like pediatrics and so on, they're not so lucky in the sense that, those are diseases in true terms. And coming back to your question, the patient's wants or needs first has to be met with in full on time. Otherwise, one will fail as a healthcare service provider if we can't match with those requirements. When you say a patient comes to a hospital to get a good clinical outcome, good possible or best possible clinical outcome. When they come to a healthcare service provider, they should be able to get the healthcare need fulfilled and leave the place without having additional after effects or any harmful effects or anything of that sort. Number two, of course, they come to get a good service. We have to focus on the service, how you offer the treatments. There's a large service component built into it. Third one is, of course, you've got to have the best possible human resource. Qualified nursing staff, qualified medical staff, qualified specialists, and experts in other services. And that's the third one. Fourth one, of course, technology-wise, we have to be at an advanced level, right? For diagnostic therapeutics, you've got to have very good, modern day technology in place. Finally, the facility. The property that you offer services should be modern, attractive, and it should be appealing to the, those clients. We have to look at those 5 aspects. I call it best 5. Best, clinical outcomes, best services, then best human resources possible. Then fourth one is the best technology and the best facility. Those are the best 5. The model that you should use to strategize your preparedness to provide high quality healthcare service, looking at the future trends and needs of the our patients in our country.
What leadership principles guide you in managing such a complex in an industry that is rapidly evolving?
Yeah, Sabrina, the healthcare industry is supposed to be one of the most complex industries in the world. When you talk about any industry, the management or managers deal with couple of variables. Here in healthcare, it is said that there are about 13,000 variables. If you ask me, I don't know what they are, right? It's not humanly possible for you to understand and, address them, but there are so many variables. For example, if you have 100 patients in your facility, 100 of them are, different cases. They are not unique. Their needs are not unique to each other. That challenge is there. I mean, in that sense, the leadership, you ask, your key buzzword is about the leadership needed. It's very diverse, it's very dynamic, and it's at times very challenging also. You have to have as a CEO or as a director or managing director, you can't run the show all by yourself. You've got to have a very knowledgeable, competent, and dedicated set of staff with you. Immediately, in my case, I have a senior management team which are having experience of 5 to 10 years in healthcare, and they are qualified in their respective fields. On their basics, they got to be having the highest level of qualification. Then what most matters is their attitude and their ability to solve problems. And we often run very consultative meetings. There is no unique or sole decision by a single person. It's coming to consensus after very patient deliberation or discussion. We come to agreed consensus. That is the leadership style that is needed. And of course, certain people are, should be thorough on the finances, how to manage the finances. Then, of course, supply chain management. Supply chain makes a very crucial, element in the healthcare. Uninterrupted supply chain should be, essential. And likewise, different set of people, I would say 5 to 8 people, 5 to 6 people getting together should make a unique leadership model, which is, participatory, consultative decision making. And of course, as they grow older in the organization, chances of making accurate decision, solving the problem, the percentage becomes greater and greater. And chances of making erroneous decisions would, come near, almost zero. And that's if you ask me, traditional leadership models, what we learned in business school and stuff, won't work here in real-time scenario. It is very participatory, consultative, group work, team spirit, all matters a lot in starting a successful healthcare establishment in the modern day, current day context.
What steps have you taken to improve diversity, equity, and inclusion within your hospital?
Yes, very pertinent question. The company that I lead is predominantly women and childcare hospital in the country, the Ninewells as well as Joseph Race also. That is our service segment. We are the country's number one obstetrics, that is, maternity hospital. We deliver more than 50% of the population, the babies born in Colombo. We share the majority of the market share. And, we deal with diverse segment of population, community-wise, then of course, language-wise, religion-wise. We deal fair amount of international clients also. For you to have that different, patients of all walks to manage them internally, you have to have a very receptive, very, neutral kind of, attitudes from the staff towards them also. We have to accept their beliefs, different, thoughts. We have to honor and respect their, the value systems and so on. I mean, we are good at it. If you ask me, there isn't a single formula. It's over a period of time, you develop that know-how and it becomes your culture in that organization. It took about 10 years for us to develop and get into that level. Then, of course, we are very comfortable in offering, equal services to all those who seek the services of our places, facilities, moving forward. I hope that I answered your question.
Certainly, Doctor. We were talking about the challenges in a very complex industry and an ever-evolving industry as well. We were in conversation with Dr. Vibash Wijeratne, Director and CEO of Ninewells Hospitals. Thank you so much for connecting.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.